What's up, podcast peeps? I just did an IGTV video a little earlier today, and it got such a response that I figured, what the hell, let's put it right here on the podcast feed. Now, what I need from you guys is I need you to tell me if you want to hear more short form pieces of content like this, just so long as it makes sense. Do you want to hear me put it in the podcast or not? Do you like these random bonus episodes? Like, do you like your phone buzzing in the middle of the night telling you have a new episode when you weren't expecting a new episode? Let me know. Anyway, I think this is a fire rant. I think you guys will enjoy it. A lot of people tell me that they really enjoyed what I had to say, so I want to share it with you, the podcast listeners. But first, as you know how these podcasts always start. iTunes jingle and then the intro. But before I even tell you about the iTunes jingle, if you download this right now, which is Wednesday the 27th or Thursday the 28th, I'm running a contest. That's right, a contest. All you got to do is submit an iTunes review of this podcast, screenshot it before you send it, because once you send it, it disappears for 24 hours. Screenshot it before you send it and DM it to me on Instagram at Gary Cantrell, and you're going to automatically be entered to win a Hard Work Always Wins t-shirt. So, two things to do. Check out this podcast and let me know if you want to hear more things like this. And if you want to potentially win a free shirt, all you got to do is leave a review. And now let's roll the intro where you can hear why you should leave the review and also the actual podcast intro. All right, I'm done talking. Let's roll it. Hey friends, over 60% of you are listening to me right now on an Apple product. iPhone, iPad, iTunes. I need your help. The truth is, Apple will make this podcast more discoverable to new listeners the more reviews it has. So I'm here asking you to take a moment and leave a review. If you've gained any value from this podcast, the greatest thing you can do for it, besides spreading the word and telling friends, is leaving a review. It's real simple. If you're on your phone, head over to my podcast page within the Apple Podcast app and leave a review. Or if you're on a computer, you can head over to my podcast page within the iTunes app. That's it. That's all I ask. And if you have other podcasts that you love, do them a favor and do the same for them. It'll make their day. Now let's get this podcast started already. I just got done at the gym. Went on the stairs for about 100 floors. Then I went and worked on the arms. They're getting there. Got something brewing there, folks. I mentioned in a previous video that I had maybe not the greatest workout, and then I felt like the next time I came to work out it was going to be even better, and it was. And this is a theme I see so often amongst the weight loss community, and I don't fault anybody for it because I know that we all process things differently. But good days and bad days are going to come. We obviously hope for more good. If you're somebody that obsesses with the scale, you hope that it's a good weigh-in day. But please, when it's not what you expected, just be patient. It will all work itself out. Believe me on that. My pal Daryl, Your Level Fitness, always talks about the scale is not necessarily always in your control, and why get worked up over something that's not under your control. And I agree with him 100% on this. We are on the same wavelength, and I would encourage you to check out my podcast with Daryl, because we talked about the scale. We have our thoughts on the scale. But I don't want to make this a scale rant because I have too many of those out there. And if you wanted to hear any of them, you could certainly go and check those out. But just understand that you will have bad days, and understand that you are not doing yourself any bit of good to beat yourself up. And if you feel like you're starting to slip into a bad day, do this for me. Pull out a photo of the person you were 6, 8, 12 months ago. Look at the size of the pants that you're in, the size shirt you're wearing. If you're flying somewhere, look at the seatbelt. If it didn't used to fasten and it fastens now, take a look at that. Think, and you know where I'm going here. I know you guys know where I'm going. Think of your victories. This weekend, I went to Busch Gardens, and I fit on every damn ride I wanted to get on. Every single ride I wanted to get on, I got on no problem. And there have been days where I felt bloated because maybe I had too much water. And could you imagine if I was hung up on the scale and, you know, sometimes you drink too much water and you'll go up 5-6 pounds easily like that. Could you imagine how much flipped out I would have gotten if I had jumped on a scale for that? The mental, the bad day that would have ensued from that. The point is, think about all the things that you could do now that you couldn't do before you started. I'll give you an example. Well, I just gave you an example, Busch Gardens, but I'll give you another one. Sitting in a booth of a restaurant. I can sit in a booth in a restaurant without my belly touching the table. No problem. Okay? I'm going to show you something here and don't get freaked out. Steering wheel, belly. Look at all that space. That space used to be much closer. You guys get where I'm going here? I could have taken Monday and I could have beaten myself up mentally over it. I could have moped around and said, Gary, you're the biggest piece of garbage on the face of planet Earth. You're a failure. You went in there, you did half the cardio you normally do. You went in there, you didn't go hard enough. But that wouldn't do me any good. Just like it doesn't do you guys any good when you go online and you beat yourself up over a bad day or a bad week. If you ever feel like you're slipping, just stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with... Okay, sorry. Had to make you laugh. It was getting a little too serious there. I had to make you laugh. All right. All right. I had a point here. Slow down. Adjust. No. Let's rewind that. Slow down. Reflect. Adjust. Keep pushing. And that's it. When you do that, you will be on the right track. Okay? You might be looking at your phone. You might be saying, well, Gary, it's easy for you to say. I'm having a shitty week. It's all right. Because this is your life. Don't think of it in days. Don't think of it in weeks. Don't even think of it in months. This is your life. This is not an assignment due in 2 weeks, folks. Slow down, reflect, adjust, keep pushing. That's it, folks. That's all I wanted to say. Have a great day.